I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about.
Hi and welcome back to my YouTube. I'm currently just lounging in my lounge. I don't feel too festive, quote unquote, but I just thought I'd pick up the camera and vlog how I'm feeling. I had an outburst of crying today. I'm probably still going through grief after losing my stepdad around this time, like 3 years ago. Seemed almost like the other day. So I have like mixed emotions of like this time of year, because some of my relatives are Muslim and so are my parents, although my gran brought me up since like I was 4, so I'm feeling like a bit strange because like I have like still some relatives around. Some have passed, and this time of year just feels a bit bittersweet because I'm not too sure like how to celebrate or whether to celebrate or like stuff like that. So I tried to be like festive and be grateful for the things that I have, but sometimes I just find it difficult to deal with, you know, the hardships of like emotions and losing loved ones, and then like the unpredictableness of just life in general. So I'm trying to carry on putting up my decorations. I'm trying to think of the positive things, and sometimes I might lash out or have like reaction because of incidents that have happened even this year with like random people, with like being assaulted and attacked and then having PTSD and like trauma from that, because it's happened several times, and I try and like be resilient and not let it get to me. But to be fair, for the most part of like not being able to like not, it's like unexpected incidents, and then having to cope with the emotions after that are connected with those incidents is what sometimes is difficult, because then like my reaction sometimes to be passive, and then others I lash out because of like the build up of emotions. And like I've gone to therapy since I was a child, like probably I think about 7. Then I stopped, then went again when I was a teenager, then stopped, then I've recently had some therapy. So I just wanted to share that, because sometimes I feel I may like seem maybe to others like that know me or to strangers that I'm okay, and for the most part like maybe I feel okay, and then randomly I remember or have like flashbacks of like incidents, and then it like freaks me out. So I'm not perfect, and like I make mistakes myself, although I'm trying to cope with uncontrollable things in a way that's like calm and to the best of my ability, I would say. I hope that I'm not like disrespectful to others in a way of like insulting or anything, and I hope that I'm able to be like productive and positive. Enlightenment helps me to be like a better person, or even to cope and handle like hard situations. So basically what I'm trying to say is I came on here because I was crying and I felt really sad, and I have like CV stuff that I had intended to wrap, but then I've been putting it off because I felt bad for having things to wrap. And it might seem silly, but sometimes I feel like, oh, what's the point? Because sometimes I get too into my emotions and it has a negative effect, because I feel like, I'm not sure if it's resentment or something, when I was burgled, and then I feel like, oh, why do I have to be in the same environment as where I was burgled? And then like when I went out to work and things like that, and then it's just material stuff, but it's like the intention behind it, like that freaks me out, of going to earn something and then have like some horrible person want to like harm. And then when I was knocked over by a vehicle when I was on my bike, and then I have lost friends from like incidents like that, and I have like trauma from that that's affected me since I was a teenager, and I'm trying to overcome my fears and get through my difficult emotions, basically. So if you've watched any of my content, my videos, and then you know, think that I post for like to go viral or for the numbers, it's not that. It's is like an outlet, and like to find a community of like-minded people. So I have like watched other content videographers who have like also said they film videos because they have gone through difficult times, and that is one reason why I chose to. I also get bad PMS, and I was on this week and finished, I think, a day or two ago. So my emotions have been all over the place, and I feel like I have trust issues from my trauma, hence why when I make videos on YouTube and like the engagement that I mentioned is like minimal or not even like apparent, I get like paranoid and feel like, why are people watching my videos? Do they like my content? Are they like not out to get me, but do they have good intentions about me and things like that? And it's all good to say not to care what people think and things like that, but from someone who's gone through trauma, also dealing with that emotionally is something to bear in mind. And I don't want to be like, oh, pity party or like kind of thing, but I'm just expressing my emotions or like expressing how I feel on that. So with that being said, I'll just conclude my little rant. And for those that like are even bothered or anything, like I mentioned before, we all go through things and we deal with things differently. So I'm trying to have empathy, because even some of my siblings are going through difficult circumstances, like emotionally, and I don't want to be like totally selfish, although like, you know, some say, oh, you have to be selfish, you have to be cruel to be kind and all of that, but sometimes I'm mute, and like growing up I'd be mute, and then I like built up the confidence to speak out for myself, and then people were like, oh, you're too rude, you're too this, and it's like, you can't win, or there's no pleasing people, you're either too nice or you're too rude. So like, I'd rather be kind though than horrible and mean, so I'm trying to and yeah.
I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about.